through a Sangha called Chamundeshwari Sangha. My lord, the allotment has been cancelled by the state government by a government order. My lord, that is not in dispute. The entire allotment made by this Sangha is cancelled by a government order.
Where
My
is
lord,
that?
yes, it is cancelled. The allotment made by this Sangha was cancelled by the government by a government order.
A writ petition came to be filed and order of stay has
No,
been
no,
granted.
no, 1 minute.
Which is that order?
No, that
Government
writ
order
petition,
yavado?
that writ petition, there was no, finally it was decided that government order is not set aside, no relief was granted. Against that, in the meantime, my lord, to overcome that government order, the bond sheets were purchased and backdated. There is evidence available. The allotment letters have been backdated.
No,
These
this
are all
is-
writ
No,
large.
are you referring to page 124?
I'm 1 minute. Yes, 124 onwards, there is a clear description of how the what is the illegality in the allotment. My lord, the learned single judge refused to interfere with the setting aside of the allotment. The division bench also refused. Honorable Supreme Court also refused.
Yeah,
Thereafter, a
yeah.
review was filed.
Idralli.
Although the cancellation of the allotment of sites made by the Sangha, consistently this Hon'ble Court has refused to interfere. In a review petition, the learned counsel appearing for the Muda says, we will pass a resolution and give. Apart from a counsel submission, there is no court order. And my lord, in the contempt, proceedings,
The government would also make a submission before the division bench. Yes, we are going to implement it.
Where is it, sir? Which-
no, they only say we are going to do it.
Yes,
My lord,
we are-
that cannot, until that happens, my lord, it
Undertaken
cannot.
by the government
One
as well as by
minute.
the Muda.
1 minute, sir. Not seeking review of the judgment. but
Not only Muda gives an undertaking, but also the government would give an undertaking before the division bench. Pursuant to those two undertakings, the division bench would pass an order.
This page 54, 55, adena?
Howdu?
Lord, running page 54, my lord.
Ink page 54, yes.
But even the adjudicating authority can't also proceed with the matter further.
Yes, this is the
For the
review.
reason that the division bench has said not to precipitate the matter.
My lord, may I make one
Which
submission?
case not to precipitate?
Plus against the respondents 4, 5 and 6, that is the adjudicating authority.
No, which is that order not to precipitate?
Yes, my lord, your lordship would get it. 195.
One. My lord, this order, I am sorry, has been set aside by the Honorable Supreme Court.
Yes, independent of that order,
probably-
I am permitted to file this writ petition by the Supreme Court.
Yes,
Agitated grievance with an independent petition.
but that order has been set aside. It has not been continued. So it would be a wrong
That means
submission to say
the
that
adjudicating
continuously he
authority
was
could
in
not have
protection.
proceeded with the matter, as long as this interim order was there.
But the contempt, my lord, the contempt court, my lord, could not have granted any such interim order in respect of provisional order.
Contempt court yavadu?
Page 189.
Oh, not to precipitate is in the contempt
Yes,
jurisdiction.
my lord,
This is set aside by the Supreme Court?
yes, that is set aside by the
Now,
Supreme
my
Court.
lord, last week, but while setting aside the order which came to be passed by the division bench, the Supreme Court would say, you agitate your grievance independently in a separate writ petition. That is what I am doing now.
My lord, I'll make one submission, my lord, which the petitioner may inure the benefit of that. One more allottee had filed a similar petition. It was listed before court on number 19 yesterday. Similar, the same Sangha. There, my lord, we have considered that there may be protection subject to two conditions. Number one, the petitioner shall not alienate or create third-party rights. Number two, that he shall appear before the adjudicating authority and participate in the proceeding. That is the order passed by this
Coordinate bench.
coordinate bench yesterday. I tried to, second, it is still not uploaded, but I have appeared in that. My lord, I was present when the honorable judge dictated the order.
We'll do that only, sir.
Well, the question of me appearing before the adjudicating authority may not arise at this point of time for the reason that they lack in jurisdiction. We will not alienate, my lord. Your lordship may record
No,
much.
lacking jurisdiction yake?
Yes, my lord, because unless and until, well, it has got two things, section 5 and section 8.
Yes,
It must be proceeds of crime.
yes.
And then, my lord, laundering of the proceeds of crime. Illi, your lordship's ruling and the ruling of a coordinate bench is, it is a case of an allotment by an authority concerned. If it is a case of an allotment, and then thereafter, my lord, me paying the consideration payable by me for the allotment, and then the authority concerned executing a
But the
sale
facts are
deed,
totally different between Parvati and.
does it amount to
totally
me
different
being
facts.
in possession of the proceeds of crime?
You are still in possession of the properties?
Yes, my lord.
Ah,
Yes, pursuant to me being put in possession by the authority after allotment and execution of a sale deed. Sale deed is executed. Earlier, my lord, I had become the owner of the property by virtue of a sale transaction entered into by me between myself and the erstwhile landowner. I had paid consideration to the landowner. Subsequently, my lord, the lands came to be notified for acquisition by the Muda. Then, my lord, I would make an appeal.
Reviewal, entire relief is granted.
Are they contempt?
Reviewal, entire relief is granted.
Are they contempt? Madlilla.
No. The review,
There is
this,
subsequent resolution.
the review order, all the earlier orders are undone.
It may be right, it may be wrong. We are nobody to.
Lord, if my learned friend is unwilling to appear before the adjudicating authority, and is going to the jurisdiction, my lord, then, my lord, I would like to take your lordship through the provisional attachment order to demonstrate how there is prima facie evidence of generation of proceeds of crime. My lord, the very allotment is illegal. My lord, there is backdating, there is a lot of monetary transactions, there is clear-cut evidence. My lord. All this has been reproduced in the provisional. Doesn't matter, my lord. The petitioner may be entitled for an allotment of site, but so long as the allotment of site is an illegal manner, then, my lord, the site itself becomes receipts of crime.
That is the case.
My lord, his eligibility to get a site is altogether different issue.
Made by the authority concerned, my lord, if a crime has been registered against certain particular officials of the authority concerned, my lord, then every person in whose favor the allotment is made has got to lose the property. If that is the logic.
ಏನ್ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ
ಅವ್ರ ಮೂಡ
ಅದೇ ಮೂಡ
ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅದೇ.
Kindly see the order passed in the review petition.
ಅದೇ page 55.
55.
You have agreed. Why did you agree?
That I am permitted to read two paragraphs. Para 7.
Huh.
That in view of subsequent events which have taken place after the judgment dated 27/2/2023, we direct that notwithstanding the judgment dated 27/2/2023 passed by this court in writ appeal number so and so, it would be open to Mysore Urban Development Authority to take an action for allotment of the sites in favor of petitioners in that writ so and so. At this stage, Learned Counsel for Mysore Urban Development Authority submits that suitable action for allotment of sites shall be taken in terms of resolution dated 21/3/2023 within a period of 8 weeks from today. What resolution dated 21/3/2023 speaks is that the resolution of the MUDA should be sent to the government, obtain the approval of the government, and then proceed in the matter. The reason because the resolution dated 21/3/2023.
All right, well, ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ.
RP was challenged before the Supreme Court, that came to be dismissed.
WP 6429.
Came to be dismissed.
We'll tag it with that and on second.
6429 of 25.
Tag this petition along with WP
6429.
6429 of 2025. List them both on Friday. Next.
65.
In the meantime, can I have the benefit of some protection?
Friday ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಏನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Anyway, not to alienate ಅಂತ ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ನಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಷ್ಟ
ಬೇಡ.
ನಾವು
ಫ್ರೈಡೆ ಅದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ.
ಸೈಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ದುಡ್ಡು ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಎಲಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರೈಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ ಅದು.
ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ನಾಡಿದ್ದು ಹಾಲಿಡೇ.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರಿಗೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. And you will have to make direct the registry to list that WP also along with this.
That's what I've said, sir.
Call it after vacation by granting me some protection.
No, Friday will do that.
Protection, if any, similar to the other one.
Friday will do that.
No, my lord, we have jurisdiction.
Let it come on Friday. Yes.
Lord, my learned friend will appear on Friday.
ಯಾವ್ದು?
Madhukar will be there on Friday. But the
I
lordship may
told
excuse
my
my
address
presence.
on that.
No problem. ಇವ್ರು ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಡ ಬೇಡ, let it come. Yes.
Myself and
ಬೇಡ ಬೇಡ. Second, alienate, not to alienate, I will grant, he is agreeing. The other reliefs, no. No, not to alienate only. ಅದ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೈಡೆ ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ. Yes.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ
ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್.
ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು ಇವತ್ತು.
Proceedings before adjudicating authority shall continue.
I am not saying anything about that. Only not to alienate ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
My lord, adjudicating authority would issue us a notice subsequent to the order which can be passed by the division bench, not to precipitate demand.
It doesn't matter.
Not to precipitate,
Lord,
not to
Supreme
precipitate
Court found it to be
illegally.
prima facie illegal,
As
that
on
order.
today, I am examining
order was
a
found to be
particular
prima facie.
statement which is not in existence. Not to precipitate is set aside by Supreme Court.
No, while setting aside that order, my lord, the Supreme Court has said
Liberty
you
may
edited
liberty
that
may have been
independently
reserved.
in
Sir,
this writ petition.
Contempt
That means
will
your
not to
lordship has got to hear us on the merits in this writ petition is concerned. Anyway, now that my learned friend may not have any objection, and your lordship also indicated to us that you may get the benefit of an interim order in the nature of not to alienate the property, then we may